As reality shows go, American Pickers is a pretty laid-back one. The concept of two guys driving around America to discover hidden treasures.
How do you get along with all the guys? Because you're like the female part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you get along with them?
Well, I mean, they treat me like their little sister.
Danielle Colby's emotional response to the loss of her longtime friend and co-star has resonated deeply with fans and colleagues alike. The passing of Frank Fritz, a cherished member of the American Pickers family, marked the end of an era defined by camaraderie, adventure, and the unspoken bonds formed while chasing elusive treasures across America. The impact of Frank's departure extends far beyond the small screen, reaching into the hearts of those who knew him intimately and admired his ability to blend humor with heartfelt sincerity. In the wake of his passing, Danielle's candid tribute captured not only the public's attention, but also served as a personal catharsis, reflecting on shared memories, the nuances of their relationship, and the void left behind by his absence. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. Frank Fritz was known for his effervescent personality and his uncanny knack for finding humor in life's simplest moments. His journey on American Pickers was more than a television role. It was a celebration of a lifestyle rooted in exploration, history, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity. Over the years, he became synonymous with the spirit of adventure, the thrill of uncovering forgotten relics, and the deep connections formed along the winding roads of America. For Danielle, whose presence on the show spanned over a decade, Frank represented more than just a co-star. He was a friend with whom she shared countless behind-the-scenes moments, small, personal exchanges that illuminated a softer side to an otherwise exuberant persona. His love for quirky tattoos, his infectious laughter, and his vulnerable glimpses into his personal life created an indelible impression that would continue to shape the memories of those who knew him well. The tributes poured in from all corners following the news of Frank's passing. Colleagues, friends, and fans alike expressed their sorrow, each recounting their own stories of how Frank had touched their lives. In the midst of this outpouring of grief and reflection, Danielle broke her silence in a manner that was both raw and deeply sincere. Her words painted a portrait of a man whose multifaceted personality was defined by a mixture of humor, vulnerability, and an almost childlike wonder for life's simple pleasures. She reminisced about his extraordinary ability to lighten any room with his laughter, and recalled the moments when his guarded exterior would soften to reveal an inner tenderness few ever witnessed. Her message was not just a farewell. It was a celebration of a life that, despite its trials and tribulations, left behind a legacy of warmth and authenticity. Behind the public persona and the dynamic on-screen adventures, there existed layers of complexity in the relationship between Danielle and Frank. Their interactions were steeped in mutual respect and an understanding that went beyond the boundaries of television. For Danielle, Frank's presence was a constant reminder of the importance of embracing life fully, regardless of the challenges that lay ahead. Even as he battled significant health issues, battles that were as private as they were painful, Frank maintained an unwavering optimism. His struggles with chronic conditions, including the debilitating effects of a stroke in 2022, did little to diminish the spark that made him a beloved figure. Instead, these challenges amplified the poignancy of his journey, underscoring the harsh realities of aging and illness while simultaneously highlighting his strength in the face of adversity. Danielle's heartfelt tribute to Frank was both a personal and public moment of reflection. In a series of social media posts that quickly went viral, she recounted the memories they had shared, emphasizing not just the laughter, but also the moments of quiet understanding that had defined their friendship. Her words spoke of a man who was unafraid to reveal his vulnerabilities, a man who, despite the facade of humor and bravado, harbored deep, unspoken emotions. Frank, I will miss your ability to make everyone laugh, your love for talking tattoos, your epic collections, but what I will miss the most are those little glimpses of vulnerability from time to time, she wrote, capturing the essence of a man who had been as complex as he was endearing. The intimacy of her message resonated with many who had come to see Frank not merely as a television personality, but as a human being with a rich tapestry of experiences, emotions, and dreams. The journey that led to Frank's passing was as tumultuous as it was poignant. A series of health crises had marked his final years, beginning with a stroke in July 2022 that left him physically impaired and reliant on a wheelchair. This incident was the catalyst for a cascade of challenges that would ultimately define his last years. The stroke not only affected his mobility, but also left him grappling with the loss of certain physical abilities, a stark reminder of how swiftly life can change. Despite these hardships, Frank continued to embody the spirit of resilience and determination that had long characterized his on-screen persona. However, as the days turned into months, the toll on his health became increasingly apparent, culminating in his peaceful passing surrounded by those who loved him most. In the midst of these challenging times, the American Pickers crew found themselves grappling with a mixture of emotions: sorrow, nostalgia, and a deep sense of gratitude for having shared part of their lives with Frank. The show, which had become a cultural phenomenon over the past decade, was not just a platform for hunting antiques and exploring forgotten histories, it was a tapestry of human stories, woven together by the bonds formed on long, dusty roads and in quiet moments of shared reflection. For Danielle, whose role evolved from that of a supportive co-host to a close confidant, the loss of Frank was both a personal heartbreak and a professional turning point. It forced her to confront the harsh realities of mortality and the impermanence of even the most vibrant lives. Even as the shock of the news reverberated through the community, there were moments of levity and resilience. In a surprising yet poignant twist, Danielle channeled her grief into an unexpected performance at her Strip-O-Rama burlesque show. Just days after learning of Frank's death, she took to the stage in Rock Island, Illinois, where she donned a striking ensemble featuring weed-themed pasties and a matching thong, a performance that was as provocative as it was cathartic. Her act, which was both a tribute to the free-spirited nature of the show and a defiant celebration of life, served as a reminder that even in the midst of sorrow, there is room for art, expression, and the reclaiming of joy. The energy of that performance, with its seductive rhythms and playful audience interactions, was imbued with a bittersweet homage to Frank's legacy. It was as if Danielle was saying that while the physical presence of her friend was no longer with her, the spirit of his laughter and his unyielding zest for life would continue to inspire her every step of the way. The intricate dynamics between the cast members of American Pickers have always been a subject of fascination. Over the years, the relationships formed off-camera were as layered as the antiques they unearthed on screen. Frank's rapport with co-hosts like Mike Wolfe and Robbie Wolfe was marked by both camaraderie and the occasional friction, a reflection of the intense pressure and high stakes that accompanied the pursuit of rare artifacts and historic treasures. For Danielle, whose interactions with Frank were marked by genuine affection and mutual understanding, his passing signified the loss of a kindred spirit. Their bond was built on shared experiences, long hours on the road, impromptu moments of humor, and the silent understanding that sometimes the most profound connections are forged in the quiet moments away from the spotlight. The loss of Frank Fritz also invited a broader reflection on the nature of fame and the human cost of television stardom. Reality TV, with all its glitz and glamour, often masks the raw, unfiltered struggles of its participants. Behind the polished exterior of American Pickers lay real lives filled with genuine hardships, health crises, personal conflicts, and the relentless passage of time. Frank's battle with illness was a stark illustration of how even those who seem larger than life are not immune to the challenges of aging and disease. His journey from the bright lights of television to the quiet solitude of a hospice facility underscored the inevitable decline that awaits us all, regardless of our public persona. In breaking her silence on his passing, Danielle touched on this universal truth, reminding everyone that beneath the veneer of celebrity lies a shared human vulnerability. Her words resonated not only with fans of the show, but also with anyone who has ever experienced loss or witnessed the decline of a loved one. The legacy of Frank Fritz is a multifaceted one, rich with the memories of a man who lived his life with passion and purpose. His infectious humor and his unguarded moments of vulnerability created a legacy that extended far beyond his role on American Pickers. For many, Frank was the embodiment of a bygone era, a time when exploration and discovery were celebrated with unbridled enthusiasm, and when the thrill of the hunt was as much about the journey as it was about the treasure. His influence on the show was profound, setting the tone for what would become a cultural touchstone that celebrated not only the artifacts of the past, but also the timeless values of friendship, loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of adventure. Danielle's tribute, with its tender reminiscences and heartfelt reflections, encapsulated this legacy in a way that was both personal and universal. She recalled moments of shared laughter and whispered confidences, moments that revealed the true essence of a man who was as human as he was charismatic. In the wake of Frank's passing, the broader community of American Pickers fans found themselves coming together in a collective act of mourning and remembrance. Social media platforms buzzed with tributes from viewers who had grown up with the show, sharing their own stories of how Frank's humor and warmth had brightened their days. His catchphrases, his quirky antics, and the genuine love he exhibited for life became rallying points for a community that now sought solace in shared memories. Amidst these outpourings of grief, Danielle's voice stood out for its clarity and authenticity. Her tribute was not laden with melodrama. Rather, it was a sincere expression of loss and love, a message that acknowledged the pain of saying goodbye while also celebrating the beauty of a life well lived. Her message served as a reminder that even in the midst of loss, the memories we carry can continue to inspire and uplift us. There's a quiet dignity in the way Danielle spoke about Frank, a dignity born not of rehearsed rhetoric, but of genuine, unfiltered emotion. Her message was imbued with a deep respect for the man who had, for so long, been a steady presence in her life. She recounted how their bond was forged not through grand gestures or elaborate displays of affection, but through the simple, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. Whether it was the way Frank's eyes would light up at the mention of a long-forgotten artifact or the gentle way he would console a weary traveler on a long road trip, these small gestures were the threads that wove their friendship together. In sharing these intimate details, Danielle invited her audience to look beyond the surface and appreciate the profound connections that underlie even the most seemingly ordinary interactions. The emotions that surged through Danielle in the aftermath of Frank's death were a testament to the depth of their connection. As she broke her silence, she not only mourned the loss of a co-star, but also paid homage to a friend who had left an indelible mark on her heart. Her tribute was a blend of sorrow and celebration, a reflection of the paradoxical nature of loss, where grief and gratitude exist side by side. In recalling the moments of vulnerability that had defined their relationship, she underscored the fact that true strength often lies in the willingness to show one's fragility. This candid admission resonated with many who have struggled with their own vulnerabilities, offering a sense of solidarity in the face of life's inevitable hardships. At a time when the world seems increasingly focused on fleeting moments of triumph and superficial celebrations, Danielle's reflections on Frank's life offer a counterpoint, a reminder of the enduring power of genuine human connection. Her tribute was a call to remember that behind every public figure is a person with hopes, dreams, and fears. It was an invitation to honor not just the accolades and achievements, but the quiet moments of tenderness that make life worth living. Through her words, fans were encouraged to look back on their own lives, to cherish the moments of connection that often pass by unnoticed in the rush of everyday existence. Frank's legacy, as captured in Danielle's heartfelt message, is one of authenticity, a legacy that challenges us to embrace our own vulnerabilities and to find beauty in the imperfections that make us human. The landscape of television and reality programming has undergone significant changes over the past few decades, and the story of American Pickers is emblematic of this evolution. The show, with its blend of adventure and nostalgia, struck a chord with audiences by offering a glimpse into a world where history and modernity collide in unexpected ways. Frank Fritz's role in this narrative was unique. He was the unsung hero who brought warmth and humor to every episode, transforming what might have been mundane trips to flea markets into journeys of discovery. His influence extended beyond the confines of the show, seeping into the cultural zeitgeist as a symbol of the relentless spirit of exploration. In reflecting on his life, Danielle's tribute served as both an elegy and a celebration, a reminder that even as time marches on, the memories we create continue to shape who we are. As the dust settles on the public mourning, and the initial shock of Frank's passing, there is a sense of quiet introspection that follows. Danielle's words, delivered with unguarded sincerity, invite us to pause and consider the fleeting nature of life. They remind us that every encounter, every shared smile, and every whispered secret is a precious thread in the tapestry of our existence. The grief that accompanies loss is tempered by the knowledge that the impact of a kind soul like Frank can never truly be erased. His memory lives on in the laughter he sparked, in the adventures he embarked upon, and in the hearts of those who continue to carry his spirit with them. In the months and years to come, the legacy of Frank Fritz will likely be recounted in many different ways. A cherished memory in the annals of television history, a touchstone for fans of American Pickers, and a personal inspiration for those who were fortunate enough to know him. For Danielle, his passing represents both an end and a beginning. It is the conclusion of a chapter filled with shared adventures and the promise of future endeavors that will honor his memory. Her decision to break her silence, to speak openly about the pain and beauty of their friendship, is a powerful act of remembrance that transcends the ephemeral nature of celebrity. It is a declaration that the bonds we forge in life are the true measure of our existence, far outweighing any accolades or ratings that might come our way. In the reflective wake of loss, there is also an undeniable sense of hope, a hope that the lessons learned from the lives we touch continue to guide us even after those voices have fallen silent. Danielle's tribute is imbued with this hope, a hope that reminds us that while grief may be a heavy burden to bear, it is also a sign of a love that was deep and real. The memories of Frank's laughter, his gentle quirks, and his heartfelt confessions serve as a beacon of light for those who continue to navigate the complexities of life. His legacy, preserved in the collective consciousness of fans and friends, stands as a testament to the enduring power of human connection. The narrative of American Pickers is one of discovery, not only of forgotten relics and hidden treasures, but also of the intricate stories that bind us together. Within that narrative, Frank Fritz's journey was a thread woven with humor, heartache, and a ceaseless quest for meaning. Danielle's remembrance of him encapsulates this multifaceted story, offering a window into the true nature of friendship and the inevitable cycle of loss and renewal. It is a story that defies easy categorization, one that is as much about the bittersweet passage of time as it is about the enduring spirit of adventure. The process of coming to terms with loss is never linear, and Danielle's public reflection is emblematic of the emotional complexities that accompany the passing of someone so integral to one's life. There are moments of unbridled sorrow, tempered by flashes of gratitude, and an almost palpable desire to hold on to the fleeting moments that once were. Her message is a microcosm of this internal struggle, a delicate balance between mourning the absence of a cherished friend and celebrating the vibrant tapestry of memories that remain. In her words, there is a quiet determination to keep the spirit of Frank alive, to let his memory serve as a guiding force that inspires both laughter and introspection in the days to come. Beyond the immediate sphere of American Pickers, the conversation sparked by Frank's death and Danielle's tribute has broader cultural implications. In a world where public figures are often reduced to fleeting images on a screen, the genuine expression of loss and vulnerability stands as a countercultural statement. It challenges the notion that those in the limelight must always maintain a veneer of invincibility, reminding us that behind every camera is a human being with a rich inner life. Danielle's willingness to expose her own vulnerabilities in the wake of Frank's passing is a testament to her strength and authenticity, a quality that has endeared her to fans across generations. Her message is not merely a farewell. It is a call to embrace our shared humanity, to acknowledge that grief and joy are inextricably linked, and that every ending is also a new beginning. As the conversation around Frank's legacy continues to evolve, it becomes clear that his influence extends far beyond the confines of a television set. His life, marked by both triumph and tragedy, serves as a mirror reflecting the broader human experience, a reminder that even in our darkest moments there exists the potential for light and redemption. Danielle's tribute, laden with personal anecdotes and heartfelt reflections, encapsulates this duality. It is an invitation to look beyond the surface, to recognize that every smile, every laugh, and every tear is a vital part of the human tapestry. The sincerity of her words invites us all to cherish the relationships that define us, to hold dear the moments of connection that make life truly meaningful. In the quiet aftermath of loss, as fans and friends come together to honor the memory of Frank Fritz, there is an enduring sense of gratitude for the time they shared. The legacy of American Pickers is not just written in the episodes that continue to air, but in the countless moments of shared laughter and silent understanding that persist long after the cameras have stopped rolling. Danielle's heartfelt reflections serve as a poignant reminder of this truth, a truth that transcends the confines of television and speaks to the very core of what it means to be human. Her tribute is a narrative of resilience, a testament to the enduring power of friendship, and a final, loving farewell to a man whose spirit will undoubtedly live on in the hearts of those who had the privilege of knowing him. The mosaic of memories that Danielle has shared paints a picture of Frank as a multifaceted individual whose life was defined by more than just his on-screen persona. In her recollections, there is an unspoken acknowledgement of the sacrifices, the struggles, and the personal battles that often remain hidden behind the laughter and the adventures. Her words resonate with the understanding that true friendship is forged in the crucible of shared hardships, and that the most meaningful connections are often those that are unspoken. Frank's journey, with all its peaks and valleys, is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a spirit that, despite the inevitable decline brought on by time and circumstance, continues to inspire and uplift. As the American Pickers community moves forward in the shadow of this profound loss, there is a collective commitment to honor Frank's memory in ways that are as diverse as the adventures they once embarked upon together. His influence on the show and on those who admired him is a legacy that will continue to shape future generations of viewers and enthusiasts. The journey that he and his colleagues embarked upon was one of discovery, not just of antiquities and hidden treasures, but of the deep, abiding connections that bind us all. Danielle's tribute encapsulates this journey. A journey marked by laughter, heartache, resilience, and above all, an unwavering belief in the beauty of life, no matter how transient it may be. The narrative that emerges from this period of mourning is one that is both deeply personal and universally resonant. It is a story of love and loss, of cherished memories, and the relentless passage of time. In her candid reflections, Danielle has managed to capture the essence of what it means to lose someone who has been an integral part of one's life, a loss that is both profoundly painful and yet, in its own way, a celebration of the beauty of human connection. Her words, imbued with sincerity and warmth, serve as a guiding light for those who find themselves grappling with similar feelings of grief and remembrance. The echo of Frank's laughter, the sparkle of his wit, and the quiet moments of tenderness that he shared with those around him will remain with us, a lasting tribute to a life well lived. In the space where his presence once illuminated the screen, there now exists a void, a silence that speaks volumes about the impact he had on so many lives. Yet within that silence there is also the promise of remembrance, a promise that his legacy will endure in the stories we tell and the memories we cherish. Danielle's words capture this delicate balance between sorrow and celebration, offering a glimpse into the heart of a friendship that transcended the ordinary. In the tapestry of life, every ending is interwoven with the promise of a new beginning. The journey forward for those who remain is one of healing, of finding comfort in the shared memories and the lasting impact of a cherished friend. Danielle Colby's tribute to Frank Fritz stands as a testament to the enduring power of love, friendship, and the unbreakable bonds that define our human experience. It is a legacy that will continue to inspire, to console, and to remind us that even in our darkest moments, the light of genuine connection can never truly be extinguished. Danielle Colby's recent revelations have stirred an unprecedented conversation about the evolving landscape of vulnerability and honesty in the realm of reality television. In a media climate that often celebrates a picture-perfect image, her forthrightness about the emotional turmoil she experienced after losing a dear friend has challenged conventional expectations. The way she chose to express her internal struggle has set a new benchmark for openness among television personalities, inspiring both peers and fans to reframe their understanding of strength. This approach, embracing raw emotion rather than concealing it, reflects a cultural shift towards celebrating authenticity over superficial resilience. The resonance of her candid expression extends far beyond the confines of the entertainment industry. In many ways, her remarks have ignited discussions about how public figures can foster genuine connections with their audiences. Instead of adhering to the guarded demeanor that often accompanies fame, Danielle has demonstrated that vulnerability can serve as a powerful bridge between personal experience and communal understanding. Observers have noted that this display of heartfelt sincerity could encourage other influential figures to share their own stories of loss and hardship, thereby creating a ripple effect that humanizes those who have long been perceived as untouchable icons. The courage it takes to publicly address personal grief is now being recognized as an act of profound leadership, one that has the potential to reshape public discourse on mental health and emotional well-being. In parallel with this emerging dialogue, Danielle's newfound openness has also sparked a re-examination of the role that artistic expression plays in the healing process. Her ventures into performance art, which have taken on fresh layers of meaning in the wake of recent events, reveal a transformative relationship between art and personal catharsis. The creative choices she makes, whether in the form of live performances or through social media storytelling, serve as a visual and emotional journal of her journey toward acceptance. These artistic endeavors are not mere distractions but are integral to processing loss, allowing her to externalize internal emotions in ways that resonate deeply with her audience. In doing so, she provides a blueprint for others on how to navigate the labyrinth of grief while still celebrating the essence of what once was. Beyond the personal, the incident has also had significant implications for the broader trajectory of the television series associated with her. The ripple effects of this intimate disclosure are already being felt in the strategic planning and narrative direction of the show. Producers and cast members are rethinking the elements that once defined the series, now placing a greater emphasis on the human stories that have emerged from their shared experiences. This pivot toward more personal, character-driven content is seen as a tribute not only to a departed friend, but also as an innovative approach to storytelling that can enrich the viewing experience. By integrating raw, unfiltered narratives into the fabric of the show, the team is poised to explore new dimensions of authenticity that might otherwise have remained unexplored. Social media platforms have also emerged as vital spaces where this renewed commitment to genuineness is taking shape. Fans, inspired by Danielle's transparent account of her personal grief, have mobilized online to share their own reflections and memories. In a virtual landscape where images and hashtags often dominate the discourse, the emergence of heartfelt testimonials has carved out a niche for more reflective content. These digital tributes have evolved into mini forums of communal healing, where individuals from diverse backgrounds come together to process shared sentiments and honor the memory of someone who, in life, connected so many through his unique spirit. This spontaneous digital memorial has provided solace and fostered a sense of unity among communities that span geographical and cultural divides. In a broader cultural context, Danielle's openness is emblematic of a transformative era in which the stigmatization of emotional expression is steadily waning. Public conversations about the mental and emotional strains that accompany both fame and personal loss are becoming increasingly normalized. The willingness to address these challenges head-on not only diminishes the isolation that often accompanies grief, but also paves the way for more inclusive support systems. As more influential figures follow her lead, there is growing hope that future narratives in the public sphere will prioritize honest, unvarnished depictions of life's inherent struggles. This evolving mindset holds promise for a society where empathy and shared experience are at the forefront of public dialogue. Moreover, the renewed focus on authenticity and self-expression marks a turning point in how legacy is conceptualized in today's fast-paced media world. It suggests that the true measure of one's impact lies not solely in the accolades amassed or the roles played, but in the enduring human connections that are formed over time. Danielle's message has subtly yet powerfully reoriented the conversation toward a recognition that personal narratives, no matter how laden with pain, possess the power to influence and uplift long after the initial moments of loss have passed. In this light, every personal disclosure becomes an opportunity to forge deeper bonds and inspire others to confront their own vulnerabilities. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on Danielle Colby breaking her silence on Frank Fritz's death? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.